And we want to turn back to that breaking news we first told you about back at the top of the hour. This is a live look from our crew at the scene of a house fire that crews got rolling to shortly before noon. Right now, firefighters are asking people to avoid the area as they respond to this house fire in West Linn. According to Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue, it's burning near Weather Hill and Salmon Road. You can see some fire units there. It doesn't look terribly active, so it's a good indication that they may have a handle on this at this point. But firefighters do say they did bring in additional resources to deal with that house fire. And we have the crew on the scene there. We'll get more details as they become available. And thanks for joining us on KGW Plus. I'm Tim Gordon. Chris McGinnis will be in a couple of minutes to look at that forecast for the Memorial Day weekend. But first, let's get to today's top stories. The Longview superintendent, arrested in connection with a sexual assault investigation involving students, is expected to make her first court appearance today. In February, authorities arrested and charged two Mark Morris High School basketball players for allegedly sexually assaulting their younger teammates. Police say the school and district knew about it, but did not take action. Cloninger is charged with obstructing police, failing to report as a mandatory reporter, and tampering with a witness, which is a felony. A Beaverton City Council candidate accused of showing his handgun near the Beaverton Library made his first appearance in court today. Antonio Pirogue, a candidate for City Council position 5, pleaded not guilty this morning. Pirogue is charged with menacing and unlawful use of a weapon. Police say on Monday, Pirogue allegedly showed he was armed with a handgun near the Beaverton City Library, causing someone to call 911. He's expected back in court next month. And starting today, you'll need a timed permit to park in the Multnomah Falls parking lots off I-84. Permits will be required from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day, now through September 7th. And if you want a permit, just head to recreation.gov to order it. We're taking a live look over the Dalles this afternoon with Mount Hood there off to the left of your screen in the distance. Picture perfect out there right now, setting up to be a lovely start to the weekend. Let's bring in Chris now with a further look. Chris?
Yeah, full sunshine in the East Gorge, full sunshine up in the Cascades as well. This is the live look from Timberline. Our freezing level today right around 11,000 feet or so. Not quite as high as it was yesterday, but still the air mass above us is quite warm. That said, while 99% of us are enjoying sunshine, the North Oregon coast does still have some cloud cover. There's the live look right now from the Astoria column camera. You can see low clouds and even a little fog here, South Washington, Northern Oregon coast, and even some pockets there, some of the beaches and coastal headlands still dealing with that. I do expect that to erode somewhat during the day. Meanwhile, the rest of us enjoying full sunshine. Case in point, our Wells Fargo sky camera is showing that right now. Last check, 71 degrees now in Hillsborough. It's 76 in Wilsonville. We slide down to the south. Salem checking in with 72 and the Dalles at 75. We are well on our way to another 80-degree day here in the Willamette Valley. I've got Portland getting up to about 81 or so this afternoon and full sunshine all the way till sunset at 8:43. Little change tomorrow as we get some onshore push. That'll mean we'll probably wake up to some clouds on Saturday morning, but still a dry weekend and rain arriving on Memorial Day. Now, Tim, our short-range, high-resolution models are just now starting to get a handle on the timing on that, so I can show you that coming up in just a few minutes.
Sounds good. Thanks, Chris. And meanwhile, the Memorial Day travel rush is underway, and the long holiday weekend promises to be record-breaking. Reed Binion reports.
With the closure of Spirit, I've had to rebook all my flights that they canceled.
A former Spirit Airlines customer navigating Memorial Day travel without the discount carrier.
I'm flying like JetBlue, United, Delta, and my flight for today is for Frontier.
She's among tens of millions of people taking to the skies, the roads, the rails, and even the high seas for what AAA predicts will be a record for Memorial Day weekend travel. Between Thursday, May 21st and Monday, May 25th, AAA estimates 45 million people will travel 50 miles or more from home. Roughly 39 million of those people are expected to travel by car. Those drivers are facing the highest gas prices in nearly 4 years. According to AAA, the national average for a gallon of regular gas hit $4.56 Thursday. Gas Buddy projects the national average will be $4.48 a gallon on Memorial Day, which would be the second highest Memorial Day price on record. And there's nowhere to hide. AAA reports fuel is at or above $4 a gallon in all 50 U.S. states plus Washington, D.C., the first time that's happened since 2022. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Portland City Council has approved an $8.5 billion budget, but also made $160 million worth of cuts. And while City Council President Jamie Dunphy says they didn't close any fire stations or cut a single police officer, the police union is saying that's not necessarily a win. They estimate about $18 million worth of people and programs were cut. That includes 80% of funding for public safety support specialists and both victims services and community outreach programs being scaled back.
And this is the deepest cut in the history of the Portland Police Bureau. This will be very practical, real-time impact.
Police really, they got gutted during this process. They really got gutted.
Yeah, I'm very afraid. I think that what we can expect is longer response times. I think we can expect a delay in service.
I am nervous about these cuts, and I think we have some more work to do to see how we can restore some of them.
Well, this decision came after 3 days and 30 hours of debate. That's still leaving some counselors dissatisfied, as you just heard. On the flip side, funding for the Fire Bureau's overdose response team, Portland Street Response, and support for Black businesses was also restored in this budget. When it comes to Portland Fire and Rescue, counselors saved the fire engine in St. John's. They also restored money for CHAT. That's a specialized overdose response team, along with some violence prevention and, as we mentioned, Portland Street Response. However, 3 fire rescue units could be cut, and about 100 city employees in total could lose their jobs. The budget now goes through legal review. Counselors are permitted to make some further changes ahead of the final vote in June. A local high school program that's helped thousands of students find themselves and their path forward is now gone. We're talking about the JROTC program in the Reynolds School District. Catherine Cook talked with parents and students about the impact.
The district tells us their decision to cut the JROTC was financial. Those who support the program understand the challenges, but say this tough financial decision was actually a mistake.
This was the closing of the battalion. We cased the colors. We will not be returning next year. It's a sad day.
Reynolds High School senior Ted Waterworth is saying goodbye to the Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps, a casualty of district budget cuts. He's grateful for what the JROTC did for him and those before him.
It's mainly to help you find your path through life, teach you what you're good at, teach you what you might need to work on.
In its final year, Reynolds had 75 cadets in its JROTC program. Meanwhile, the district is facing a $20 million budget shortfall.
They were trimming fat off of programs. This program was already bone, so you cut into bone, it's just gone.
This one, I think, hits the students very directly.
Eleanor Maddock is a math teacher at Reynolds. She says JROTC's impact on the school has been subtle, but powerful.
The pride and responsibility that they learn in the program, they inadvertently share with their peers. They model leadership and integrity and honor, and that's what's potentially going to be lost.
According to the district, JROTC enrollment has declined year over year. They noted cutting the program will save them about $116,000. In a statement, they said, the district respects the service and sacrifice of military members and recognizes the positive experiences many students have had in JROTC. This decision was financial and programmatic in nature.
They learned quite a bit.
Mike Kaiser's 2 daughters, both Reynolds grads, were in JROTC. They're sad for students who won't get the same opportunity as they did.
It's definitely really hard knowing that it's not going to be there for people to help them. It helped me in so many different ways, and it's really sad to see it go.
In Troutdale, Catherine Cook, KGW News.
All right, switching gears now, the Rose Festival kicks off today with City Fair. All the food, fun, and entertainment you could enjoy at Tom McCall Waterfront Park. That is just ahead.
Matt, how long is this break in the rain going to last?
About another day, Christine. Again, another atmospheric river hitting the northwest. This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
It's certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, watch extended coverage on the KGW app.
Want more sunrise? We got you covered.
You can stream an extra 2 hours of live morning news on KGW streaming apps. That means more local stories and extended coverage of breaking news. What's it looking like out there? We making any progress?
Plus live weather and traffic updates as they happen.
And this is our first trouble spot of the morning.
We have a gorgeous day coming up.
We are live on KGW Sunrise, weekday mornings from 5 to 9. Stream on your time with KGW.
Welcome back. The Rose Festival City Fair kicks off today, marking the start of 3 weekends of rides, food, and waterfront fun in downtown Portland. And this year, organizers say there's something for everyone. Corey Johnson has a preview on a fair staple.
So when you think of City Fair, not only do you think of carnival rides and live performances, you think of the food, of course. And what comes to mind is corn dogs. I'm here with Evan Barr, a manager for celebration services for the event. Can you talk about just the food and how that plays a big role in City Fair?
Absolutely. You know, the foundation of City Fair is the food. People come down here, they get excited. Right, they want the classic stuff. They want the funnel cakes. They want the elephant ears. They want those hand-dipped corn dogs. They love them. They need more of them. And let's make one right now.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So walk us through this process.
We're gonna take the all-beef Nathan's hot dog. Okay. And we're gonna dip it. Make sure we get it down to the base of the hot dog. We're gonna give it a nice spin, and then we're gonna shake off that excess.
Okay.
And it also helps build that nice form at the top.
Yes.
So you get that nice curvature of the top of it. It looks really nice.
Oh, for sure.
Make sure it's all the way down in there. Let that roll in there. Let's do another one. Let's teach you guys an extra. Who doesn't want more corn dogs, right?
Honestly, corn dogs are my absolute favorite. So you're talking to the right one here. Right. And so can you talk about just when people come, would you say how many of these do you go through as far as making them throughout the course of the event?
Oh, I lose track halfway through, but like hundreds and hundreds a day. You know, people, they get excited for the hand-dipped corn dogs because we all have the ones at the hot cases, and it's just not the same. You want that good, fresh batter hand-dipped on there, not frozen.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I mean, it's not just feel-good food, but it's also a little piece of history because you guys have been here for a while.
Exactly. We have been here since 1984. And we are proudly serving up corn dogs and all these things for everybody, and just it makes us happy to give everybody that boost of nostalgia, get a little sunshine down here, enjoy the day, have some stuff, that you were having when you were a kid. A lot of the food down here, it's still the same, a little different, but still some of the same great stuff that's been here since 1984, and we're just really proud to be a part of that.
And I mean, keeping up with the demand, I'm sure City Fair grows every single year, so you have to be prepared for that with the food.
Exactly, yes. We more people by the year somehow. Everybody just wants to funnel down here and see the parades, enjoy the atmosphere, see some concerts, stuff like that. Enjoy the rides, of course. People love the rides.
Yes, and definitely the food, of course. So you saw how the corn dogs were made. Now you have to come down to City Fair and make sure you come and get one to eat. I'm going to send things back into the studio for you guys. I'm sure you're very hungry now.
Going to be a great weekend at Oaks Park. Good weekend down along the Portland waterfront as well. It is clear and sunny out there right now. 69 at the airport. We're now 71 degrees in downtown. And the forecast over the next several hours has temperatures bumping into the low 80s this afternoon. So a glorious finish to our Friday. A good looking weekend forecast. And yes, rain still on target for Monday. We'll give you an idea of the timing of that rain coming up next with Futurecast.
Hi, I'm Christine Padawanich. I'm a journalist at KGW, and I love exploring Portland's amazing food scene. New spot? I'm there. So I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. What happens here affects us all, and that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it doesn't sit still, it moves. It moves you to act, to vote, to volunteer, to speak up, or to lend a hand. It moves your mind by challenging assumptions and offering new perspectives. It moves you forward by giving you the information to make decisions and thrive where you live. And yes, it moves your heart through the good stuff that stays with you wherever you are. And at KGW, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Portland.
Chris McGinnis is here. We are on the brink of a major weekend. I know it's already started for some people.
And a good weekend, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Today looks great.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday look great. There is rain in the Memorial Day forecast. By the way, thanks to the folks at the Weather Service for compiling the stats over the years.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, PDX actually gets rain about 38 to 40% of the time on Memorial Day.
Why am I not surprised?
So we're due.
Really, yeah.
So we're
It's
due,
fine,
and we can
need
use
it.
the rain. So there's the positive spin on that, but it doesn't get here for a couple days. So in the meantime, we've got this to look at. Gorgeous shot of Mount Jefferson from Timberline Lodge. The freezing level today in the Cascades up around 11,000 feet or so. Here's the live look from the Astoria column sky camera. Once again, an afternoon with some cloud cover and patchy fog along portions of the South Washington and North Oregon coast. And just like yesterday, this is going to be, at times it's foggy, at times it clears, and I think that's what we're looking at for the remainder of the Friday afternoon forecast at the beach. Meanwhile, everybody else enjoying full sunshine today, and that is helping to warm us up nicely. It's 71 right now in Hillsboro. Happy Valley checking in with 68. Hopping over the Cascades, mid-70s now out towards Pendleton and the Dalles. Bend right now sits at 75. Folks in central and eastern Oregon well on their way to highs in the 80s, as we are here in the Willamette Valley. From sun up, which was in the wee hours of this morning, if you were up 5:30-ish, to sundown, which tonight is at 8:43. We are inching closer to 9 o'clock sunsets, which start next month. Okay, this afternoon, some patchy fog and low clouds along the coast. Otherwise, there will be plenty of sunshine once you get away from the coastal headlands. Upper 50s in Astoria. I mentioned low 80s in the Willamette Valley in the I-5 corridor. And then hopping over the Cascades, mid-80s should do it for the Dalles. I think Bend and Sun River, we might be able to bump those temperatures up a little bit as you're already off to a pretty warm start. Across the region, it's been a very quiet day today, but there's our next weather system diving across the Gulf of Alaska, and eventually that's going to bring the rain chance as we go into the day on Monday. In terms of, we talked about today, let's talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a little different. Saturday's going to be a day where we get a bit of a marine push, and so don't be surprised to wake up to some cloud cover tomorrow morning. It's shallow, it'll burn off pretty quickly, but it will knock our temperatures down a few degrees. So Saturday I've got us in the mid to upper 70s before we see that afternoon sunshine breaking out. Sunday looks like a great day with some increasing high clouds, but otherwise a nice looking forecast. Fast forwarding into Monday, now that our high resolution short-term modeling is starting to get a handle on the arrival of this storm system, we can give you a slightly better idea of the timing. And it does start to get wet along the South Washington coast and the North Oregon coast before sunrise on Monday. Now, does this timing hold? It remains to be seen, but now that our modeling is starting to catch up here, we show that that rain is knocking on our door here in Portland and Vancouver by as early as 9 or 10 o'clock on Monday morning. So with that in mind, this has been well advertised. Some rain on our Memorial Day forecast, and then of course it will be a little drippy going into Tuesday as well. And a big change in the temperatures also, going from 84 yesterday to 81 today. Upper 70s on Saturday and Sunday, and then 62 for a high on Monday. Is going to feel a little chilly with those raindrops. But Tim, as we've been talking about, it's May, fire season is approaching, and to put the good spin on rain, even if it's on a holiday, we could use the rain.
100%. Thanks, Chris. Still ahead, a local group is looking to transform a Portland Superfund site into a botanical garden. The push to bring new life to North Portland. That's next.
KGW Sunrise keeps you prepared for whatever the day brings, working overnight to get you the latest breaking news.
We are following breaking news right now in Northwest Portland.
Sunrise reporter Corey Johnson, who's live at the scene.
Stay ahead of the storm with Weather Impact Alert Days.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
This is our first trouble spot of the morning.
Start with a team you trust on KGW Sunrise, weekdays starting at 5 a.m. Stream the KGW app now on your phone or TV for free.
I'm Trina Green, morning anchor at KGW and new dog mom to this sweet guy. Meet Barry. I love getting your mornings off to a great start, whether it's sharing stories of resilience and triumph in our community, or following breaking news from Beaverton to Gresham and everywhere in between. We've got you covered, because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to KGW Sunrise, weekday mornings from 5 to 9, anywhere you watch.
Welcome back. Well, new life could finally be coming to a Superfund site along the Willamette River. For decades, this North Portland plot sat vacant after being heavily polluted from chemicals used to treat wood. Now, after more than 20 years of cleanup, Portland Botanical Gardens is hoping to dramatically change this space. The organization this week agreed to buy the 59 acres for just over $1 million and hopes it will one day reconnect people to the outdoors and provide access to the river.
It'll be a research and education focused garden, so a lot of science, obviously beautiful, but emphasizing Northwest native plants.
Wow, great thing. There's no firm timeline yet, but Matthew Taylor there hopes this inspires others to clean up and reimagine other contaminated sites. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, watch extended coverage on the KGW app. The KGW app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. Stream the KGW app now on your phone or TV for free. When news breaks,
Police are asking some people to stay inside their homes.
There are still emergency crews that are on scene here.
the team you trust
Police tell us this is an ongoing investigation.
is on the KGW app.
And this was just one of many parks that was shut down because of this atmospheric river.
That is some new information that we just got from Portland Police.
There is no danger to the public. We'll keep you updated as we learn more.
Follow breaking news as it happens on the KGW app.
Okay, coffee drinkers, listen up. You might want to add this to your bucket list. You can get a 48-ounce bucket. That's a bucket of iced coffee at Dunkin' Donuts just in time for Memorial Day weekend. The chain announced the return of its viral iced beverage buckets for just $13. You can fill a bucket with iced coffee or any of the Dunkin's refreshers that they have. Too bad the closest Dunkin' is in Yuba City, California. That's an easy 500-mile drive down I-5. You can enjoy that drive to get your iced cold
You're going to need
bucket
all that caffeine to stay awake for that
You
drive.
need
down
one to
there.
get
That
home,
sounds
too.
Just gross.
You need to really enjoy coffee to want 48 ounces of it.
You need to really enjoy Dunkin' coffee to it.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm a coffee snob, so. Yeah. You know. All right, your forecast looks great this afternoon, 80, 81 actually. We'll wake up to some morning clouds tomorrow. We'll see sunshine in the afternoon, a little cooler, partly cloudy Sunday, and then rain arise Monday. And now it's looking like probably mid-ish morning here in Portland.
We're dialing it in. Have a great weekend, Chris.
You as well.
Thank you. And a reminder, we've added more live news to KGW Plus. Just tune into Sunrise exclusively on Plus from 7 to 9 a.m. and later tonight at 5:30. Hope you have a great afternoon, everyone.